What's up, guys and gals? It's the long walk home for us as we get nice and situated with a new patch. I'm so glad that I actually looked at the notes and I found out after the fact that the whetstones and stuff were added. It's not my fault. I'm so happy when stuff like that happens in a series and it's not my fault. You guys have no idea. YouTube is nothing but a source of anxiety for me. You really have no concept. It sincerely is. It's this big blazing fiery anxiety ball in the corner of my mind at any given time. That's not a joke either. I'm laughing, but it's not a joke. I'm pretty sure my hair's gonna start falling out pretty soon. I'm not that old, but most stressed I've ever been in my life. YouTube. It was college. I thought college was bad. YouTube is pretty terrible for it too. So glad that it's not my fault though. It's a big weight off my mind. Welcome on back to The Longest Dark, or The Long Dark. I can get the game title right, where we are walking a long-ass way back home. I'm sure that the quickest way to get in between 2 points is a line, and so I could probably cut it this way and go a little faster. Now that I know this ice doesn't break and it doesn't mess with me. Underwater, the fish don't stink. It's from Bobby's World. That's right. I remember Bobby's World. Bobby's World was off the chain. Eek the Cat. What? Eek the Cat was one of those great unappreciated shows with Sharky the Shark Dog. That was one of those great unappreciated shows that never went anywhere. It was only on for one season. And it's mind-boggling to me that they didn't keep it on longer. Because that was the age when Animaniacs and tons of other shows were just being really, really popular and doing their thing. And Eek the Cat was easily as good as a lot of the other It was a little stonery, but I mean, it was a funny show. It was a good show. Got the Fox X-Men, the Fox Batman, which was vastly superior than the WB Batman, which sucked ass. I didn't like the WB Batman. They toned him down a little bit too much. The Fox Batman was dark. That was the good-ish right there. They didn't shy away from it either. They had episodes that were about death and darkness and depression and doom. It was great. That's what Batman's all about. Although I am a Deadpool fan. I'm not actually. Deadpool's the only thing that I follow actively, where I have all the trades and everything else. I like Deadpool because his superpower is breaking the fourth wall. That shit cracks me up. Yeah, he's got super regeneration, but if you think about it, breaking the fourth wall would be one of the most powerful things, because then you know that you're the hero of your own comic and you can't die. And once he makes that realization, it's all downhill. I love it when he breaks the fourth wall. He's one of the few superheroes that does that fairly consistently. It's kind of his trademark at this point. He knows he's in a comic book and just don't give a damn. You want to do this, Doggy? You want to do this, Doggy? Where you from? I don't know where you from, but I know where you're off to, doggy. Hell. Because all dogs do not go to heaven. Well, all dogs go to heaven. You, however, sir, are a wolf. And the inherent darkness of your heart leads me to believe they should get some other wolf colors, too. All the wolves in this game are black. They should make, some of the ones that look kind of husky-ish. And they should get some of, the gray ones. And maybe a couple of, the ginger ones. Sounds good to me. Lots of different wolf models. I mean, they just did the deer models, so I assume they're going to update the wolf models, too. We got to check all these places out. So, we've got to go in every house, and we've got to research every location for the respawns on the gun cleaning kits and the respawns on the whetstones. There's not, that much to be concerned about, so it should be a fairly quick task, so long as we eyeball carefully. I had a whetstone for a while, and I don't know what happened to it. I have no clue what happened to my whetstone. It was great. I used to use it to... I had a whittling knife, which had kind of a little crescent-shaped blade on it. And I used to whittle. Whittling's fun. Don't judge me. Unfortunately, it gets too cold to whittle right now. It's freezing. Sit on your back porch whittling. You might come back with a few less toes. But, I'm pretty sure I counted 6 the last time I went out there. Now there's 5. This is a drastic departure from what I am comfortable with. We are carrying around a lot of loot right now. That's going to be getting in the way slightly of our expedient progress, but I like this map. I know this map. This is a map that I'm very familiar with, so I'm not that worried about taking my time here. Nothing in there. A little bit of firewood. Don't know if I want to bring that with me necessarily, but we don't have a lot of wood back at the base, so I don't know the spots where specifically you would find the kit. When I look for certain things, I assume that they're under things or on top of different shelves. And with the game where it's at right now, they've actually shifted around some of the spawning too, so things spawn in slightly different locations. And so I've noticed it a couple times now when we were out and about that there'll be random spots that just I've never seen a can of soup there before, for example, or I've never seen something fall in that spot. I've just noticed that they move things around a little bit. And so it's going to take a little bit of doing. This area is camped with wolves. That's actually a good thing because it means that we aren't going to die of starvation. Whereas Desolation Point was definitely quite desolate. I think that it was aptly named, whoever went in on that one. Absolutely did it right. I don't see any gun cleaning kits in here. That's good. Okay. I should probably hit... Oh. Did I stam out? I don't think I sprinted. Oh, I can't sprint. I've got too much weight on me. That's fine. We're about to dump it all off over here, too. About to have a huge dump inside of our house. Ah, my building supplies. I'm so happy right now. It looks like that bear hide is getting super frisky with that deer hide. Looks like they're the best of friends. So I've got a lot of this stuff. Is this all cured gut right here? Well, if that's all cured and that's all cured, let's go ahead and fix our gear right now. Because that'll be I need to turn this off. Go away, lantern. No one needs your light right now. This little light of mine better shut the hell up before I get angry. No, I'm just messing with you. This little light of yours better stop. I'm trying to sleep before somebody gets murdered. Don't need the boots. I can run the repairs from a different menu. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking right there. Repairs! Repairing my boots. They're getting super warm and fuzzy all inside. They're gonna feel like some Crevos on me. There we go. So we've taken care of that. We'll only get 6% repair out of him now, so it's not worth doing it again. However, for this guy, 30%. It won't be worth doing it again, but 30% is still good enough. Oh, we are starting to... I was going to say drown in our dehydration, but nope, that's not happening either. Did all of our food hold out? All of our food held out, although it's a little bit iffy. It's not in the best condition. So what we want to do right now... We want to start eating this stuff, otherwise we'll start getting food poisoning whenever we eat it, and that will not be good for us. That means that we'll be spending large amounts of time having to sleep and generally not accomplishing anything. And I pride this series on the fact that we accomplish things, so let's eat this up. I think once it turns orange, it means that it's starting to get sketchy, so we got a day or two. How much wood do I have over here? Oh, I got coal? That's fine, but oh, we got hells of woods. Okay. So since we've got more than enough wood over here, I guess I was being a little bit paranoid trucking all this stuff back, but that's fine by me. This is going to be a crafting day for us, I think, where we just kind of sit around and get things done. We should be quite a bit warmer now that we've got that finished. Where is my cloak at? I know we got bit by a wolf or something in one of the previous episodes, so I should probably fix it. It's going to take 2 hours to fix that cloak. No, I left my lantern on again. This is my life. Can't tell how much fuel I had there. Yep. This is my life. Luckily, I think I brought back like... Oh, never mind. Balls. Alright, kerosene can. You go back over here. Cured... Shit, I dropped my shoes. Nope, I don't want... Nah, got the wrong thing. There we go. Perfect. We got cured gut. I should probably put all of the cured gut in one spot. Just a big stack of this shit. And so there it is. We got a bunch of fresh gut that needs to be handled too. We got a maple sapling over here, which is pretty cool. Probably move some of that around maybe. I think there's some on the shelving over here too. God, how many things have we murdered? We've killed a lot of animals. Like, we are making a severe impact on this area. Although the wolves around here might actually get a bonus to breeding after we do that. Because research shows that shooting animals that encroach on human territory does not actually make them go away. It actually puts them into like a breeding frenzy. Especially, do I have 2 black bear hides? Oh, I do. Yes! I almost swore. I wanted to make the bear thingy. The bearskin bedroll. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It takes 17 hours. That's going to take forever. It's going to take 17 hours, which to my mind is a long-ass time unless I'm doing something that I enjoy, and then it'll fly past in like a heartbeat. Story of my life. Story of my life. I'll probably try and repair everything up. I've already said that it was going to be mostly just like a repair day. I guess those are going to be in my wood menu. That's cool. Could probably do away with some of the reishi mushrooms and other little things around. Bedroll can definitely go. We're going to be hitting all the houses around here for the next day or two, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about it. I am going to clean the gun for a little bit. And on accomplishing that, we should be able to get this back up to 100% so that maybe we can test out the accuracy. I just don't think with an indie title like this that the game's popular. I don't think anybody's run like any sort of real statistics on the trajectory of the gun and how it works. If it is indeed affected by the condition of the rifle, then yeah, you can get yourself into all kinds of trouble that way. If it gets a little messed up, you won't be able to make the shots anymore. It's at 93. Got a couple more cleanings before we're done. 1 or 2. And that'll be absolutely perfect. Good. Gun's at 99%. Almost good as new. I think now would be the time to crash out and take a nap for a bit. We're a little bit parched. So I'm going to... I was going to say, I'm going to not have any water left. But no, we got water. It's just in a different menu. Perfect. That top us off? It did not top us. Anyways, let's sleep for a little bit. I'll get up in the middle of the night. I think we have some water on the table over there that should be perfectly good and boiled off. We should be able to make use of it. I may have to light a match, though. That'll work. God, we have such a good supply here. We live in the land of plenty. Jesus. We've got like a Walmart's worth of supplies here. Water bottles, I need you to come with me. Alright, perfect. Another 5 liters of water. And up the backpack. Perfecto. We'll give that another 4 hours. Just because the first couple hours of daylight tend to be sketchy anyways. Like most of the time it's storming or being unpleasant. Or it's just insanely cold. And so I don't feel like dealing with that right now. We are hungry, so off with another bear flank we go. Hopefully ducking food poisoning, which we did. Awesome. Everything else that we need to ditch. I've got an extra scarf. I need to sit down and I need to just whack on some of this stuff and get rid. I don't need the antiseptic because we've got these band-aids right here which preclude the need for it. Probably drop off the pork and beans as well. And then what heavy stuff am I carrying? There's no reason for us to carry around a bow and arrows and a gun. So I'll probably drop a great deal of this stuff, which will probably bother some people. Because some people seem to be really, really into bow hunting. And to be fair, when I played Far Cry 3, I almost exclusively used the bow. It was just really, really satisfying as a weapon that shwip, and then you get the thud when it hits the guy and they drop, and it's just like, oh, so satisfying to use. Whoever designed that shit, good for you, man. Good for you, because that was a satisfying weapon to use. Bows in video games, they have to be done right. And they can be done very, very, very wrong. And when done right, they're so satisfying and they feel so good, and it's just like, you can't wait to fire off another round. When they're done badly, you just ignore them the entire time, and you just don't want to play with them anymore. 1 more hour. Crafting up a couple more arrows. The arrows are pretty weighty, so I guess this would be a good opportunity, actually, to go wolf hunting with an arrow and kind of see what happens. Remove the safety net here and just kind of see what occurs. There we go. Now that we're a little bit lighter weighted, I need to drink some water too. Perfecto. Let's try this out, shall we? There's always wolves around here, so since we can't fire from a crouch, it makes this a bit more interesting. I definitely need to do some target practice. That's a big part of this whole thing. I actually normally wouldn't put myself at risk at this normally, but I need target practice. I need to be able to tell myself that I can take down like something actually threatening that's coming right at me at a moment's notice with a bow, much like we did in the last case with the gun that one time where the wolf was like right on top of us and we like reflexed him down. Perfect example. I guess I didn't pick up any of the firewood. Doesn't seem like something I'd leave behind, but maybe I thought I didn't need it. I don't know. Some shoes right there. We don't have anything that requires cured leather, otherwise I'd be excited. So let's assume for a minute, I need to find something to shoot at where I won't lose my arrows either. Where is it? Ah. That was almost there. That was a better shot than I thought it'd be. Without being able to bring my eye down to the bow line, though. That's a tough one. I think I'm just going to have to use it a lot to get used to it. I'll play around with it over the next day or two. I'm sure it'll work out okay. I just got to fiddle a little bit more. When the shafts start to break, that's going to suck. I don't really know where to look around for some more birch, but my guess would be up in the mountains, maybe. I may not actually check all this stuff. I want to know where Timberwolf Mountain is at, but I'm going to have to wait for guides or something to come out. We've got to hit some of the other mines and things while we're around, but we've kind of come back to our place of shelter and resupply. I guess I'll go up into, we got 5 hours of daylight left, and we are hankering. And we'll be fine for right now. Let me go up into the mountains and see if it's possible, like find a couple birchlings around, and then we'll start curing them on out. I know I've got a bunch back at the last map over on Mystery Lake. And if I can go back and get those, that'll supply us with another 9 to 12 shafts, I guess. And you can never have enough shafts in hand. You just got to keep pushing for that Guinness Book of World Records. There needs to be gnarly records like most dicks held in one hand. It would make me feel better about the world if I knew that there was records like that. I'd feel a lot better about it. I'd be like, man, somebody went in on that record. There's a bear right there. I don't feel good about that. Looks like he's coming down the mountain, too. He'll be coming down the mountain. He's a bear. He'll be coming down the mountain with some hair. And if you forgot to fed it, you can surely guess he'll shed it all over everything. That's the opposite color. I feel like pets have direct control over the follicles that they choose to shed. Like if you have a white cat, they will only shed like when you have like black stuff, basically. I had an all-white cat. It was the worst. He was an awesome cat, don't get me wrong. He was a super cool cat. But he was a cool cat, you dig. But anyways, he's just fur everywhere. He's a shed monster. Some cats are like that, though. I don't know what the difference is either, because, for example, one of my black cat right now, Ollie, he doesn't shed hardly at all. Like, he never sheds. Whereas some cats, it just feels like it falls off of them year-round. Like huge clumps, no matter what you do. Brush them all day long. You can brush 9 cats off of your cat. You know? It just never ends. I don't think our chances of finding anything up here are super good. Just kind of looking around for saplings. I don't know where they'd be at on this map, though. I would assume they'd be around, but they're usually at high altitude places, what I've noticed. They tend to be, like, off in the sides, like in little nooks and crannies, not in obvious places. Let me see if I can hit this tree over here. Trying to get better. Not necessarily succeeding, but trying. A little high on that one. I think it's going to be a bit before I shoot anything. That is for certain. Usually there's a bear over here too, but that might be the same bear back there. We have plenty of time to fiddle around with everything we got going on, though. I mean, I just want to canvas one more time. Make sure everything's super sexy right now. I love snow because I don't have to live in it. That's the big secret right there. I think snow is super awesome because I don't have to shovel it or do anything like that. I'd probably hate snow if I lived in it. I'm a fickle person like that. I really sincerely am. I'm like, I want to live someplace that it snows, and a week later I'm like, I'm going home. I've shoveled the driveway way too many times this week. This shit sucks. I'm done. The plus side, kind of doesn't make you have to work out anymore, does it? He's shoveling the driveway. Oh, there's a rifle round. Somebody murder you, sir? Was there foul play? What did the chicken look like that shot you? Huh? Let's move this along. I decided to go for a duck, but I felt like the chicken would be funnier. Not sure why. Chickens are pretty funny little animals. They're also assholes. All the chickens I had were the worst. They would always attack you when they go in the pen. Getting hella rowdy. Like, what you want? What you doing in here? Get out the coop. Get out the coop. Ugh. Getting super rowdy and like chest bumping you and like pecking you and stuff. Oh, I hated those chickens. Hated them. They're the worst. Had to hold the rooster back with my foot when I would go in there because he'd just get all rowdy. Like, dude, nobody's messing with the hens, you little bastard. Everything is fine right now. Your safety is secured, tough guy. You realize I'm like 400 times bigger than you, and I weigh like 1,000,000 of you, right? This is a terrible plan for you. Chicken don't care. Chicken's getting rowdy. Chicken's like, I get hyped over nothing, ready to throw it all away. You know where we from. 707. All right, chicken, calm down. Calm down. It's not that big of a deal. To you, maybe. This is all I have. Chickens had little fluffy feet. It's kind of cute. I don't know what kind of chickens they were, but they were chickens that had like little feathers on their feet. Like little poofy. They had like little poofy chicken boots. It was pretty adorable. As far as adorability goes, I think they were definitely pushing the line. It's kind of like Scottish cows are the cutest brand of cows because they got all that like woolly fur all over them and they just look adorable and you just want to hug them. They were kind of that for chickens. I mean, this map is honestly, I think this is the best map to survive on long term. I don't think I will though. I'm going to try and figure out, we're just about out of time for the day. I'm going to try and figure out where Timberwolf Mountain is so we can go there. We also haven't been to Mystery Valley, I think. And so if we go to Mystery Valley next, I'd probably want to stock up and supply, bring a lot of food with me, make sure that what happened at Desolation Point doesn't happen here because we had a lot of trouble over there. That was the closest we came to dying in a while. Like, that was the first map we've played here that ran us out. Like, we didn't have enough supplies to stay. We really didn't have enough supplies to go either. And it was just almost tragic. Things almost went wrong. That car's got a mustache of snow. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Hi to everybody. This is The Long Dark. If you want to get the game, I strongly recommend it. My favorite indie game of all time. My favorite indie game of all time. I will see you later. Hi to everybody.